And we're back! Hey, how you doing?
Yay! I'm a ninja.
Look, it is. It's Jay Vision and the notorious DAD.
And the ninja boy.
And the Ninja Boy, apparently.
And the daisy.
And the Daisy.
Just kidding, it's me, James.
Right, now, we thought we'd do another little top three. And
Like the first one.
yeah, like the first one. And whose idea was it? It's yours, James, wasn't it? What was the name of the top three you want to do?
So, top three of our favourite memories. And I've already got a really funny one.
Okay, well, do you want to go first then?
Yes. So, when I was a baby, about 3 weeks after I've been born or something like that, Dad was at work.
It's true.
I was with my mum.
Mm.
I went out in the corridor to have a poo, but I didn't know. I just felt something in my bum, so I went over to it.
The potty.
The potty, like the baby potty, not the man's potty.
No.
It was
Which you hadn't used before at this point, had you?
no, and my poo was the size of a Malteser, and I was so proud of myself that I asked my mum to take a picture of it and send it to my dad while he was at work.
Yeah, that's 100% true. We've still got the picture now somewhere. Little white plastic training pot. Little pebble of poop.
Or Malteser, but that's put me off my Maltesers now. Applause.
Don't ever say anything bad about Maltesers again, or you're living in the garden. Right, Daisy, what's your one?
Well, for my first one, it's going to have to be the time where I accidentally pooped my pants while playing with James. So,
More poo stories.
yeah. I was dressed up as a little witch with my fairy rings on. I shut my door. Mum called in through, said, "Daisy, do you want to try for a poo?" And I said no. But then a couple of minutes later, I still had nappies on. I was that young. And I felt something weighing down my nappy, so I went to the toilet. I saw that there was a big poo in there, and I took my nappy off, and then so the poo was facing the toilet, and I just wiggled it out, and I put my nappies back on.
Well, I suppose I've got to do one now, have I?
Yes.
Right.
And it's got to be childhood.
Okay. Well, it's technically childhood,
I think
but
I
not,
know what the...
but not my childhood. Now, it involves both of you two.
Okay.
Now, my kids used to share a room when they were very young.
Yes.
So obviously, they were so small they could fit in one room, one in one drawer, one in the other. And one night, me and Mum had sent them to bed, and they just would not shut up, and they were going so crazy. They were winding each other up, and it was just going from here to here to here to here to here to here.
Higher, higher.
Exactly, and it was just going mental in this room. So put on my dad's stern voice, and I burst into the room. I think both in toddler beds still, so both very young. And I burst into the room. What the hell's going on in here? What's all this noise about? Only to find James sitting there. He turned around to me and said, "But Daisy's just being a queen." And Daisy had this little elephant pillow pet, if you might know what they are. It's a pillow with Velcro on both ends. You could roll it up, and it's got an elephant head on the top.
Like this, but it's not a elephant.
Or
Elephant.
yeah, that's nothing like it. But she'd wrapped it round her head, Velcro at the front, elephant over the top, like this, and basically all illusions of me being the stern parent went out the window. I tried to keep it together, I couldn't, and I basically burst out laughing and had to walk out, and I had to lay on the floor in the front room for about 5 minutes, and I couldn't even tell my wife what had happened. I was just laughing that much. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Okay,
Go on then.
so
Number
is it
two.
mine again?
Yeah, number 2.
So, it was in the middle of the night. We didn't have door lock yet. And we accidentally left our welly boots out in the garden. Daisy had the idea of going outside and getting them. I was like, "Are we sure we're allowed to do this?" But in my mind, like half my brain was like that, but the other half was like, "Come on, James, we want to play outside in the garden. Go on the trampoline, for goodness sake." And I was like, "Fuck it, just do it. But don't play on the trampoline, otherwise we'll get told off." And so we put our shoes on. We opened the door very quietly, snuck out, closed the door behind us
Snook.
and then we went outside in the garden and got our welly boots. But I was like, oh, it's really fun on the trampoline. Fine, just one jump. And then I jumped. So fun, I carried on doing it until Daisy was like, come on, get back up the stairs. Otherwise we're going to get told off. So then we came back upstairs. Then we shut the door, like really quick by an accident. So we ran back into the bed.
Well, let's just fill in a few blanks here. Daisy was probably about 3, 4 at most. James would have been 2, 3 at the most. And this all happened at about 8:30 at night. In the winter, pitch black outside. My children managed to get out of their own room, open the door.
Got the torch though.
They didn't.
Yeah, we got princess torches.
Oh, did you? There you go. Toy
got toys.
torches.
Jimmy got Toy Story, I got Disney princesses.
And they both went down to the garden because we live in a block of flats. They went down to the garden and had a play on the trampoline. Then came back in. Well, by the time me and my wife were sitting in the front room, completely oblivious. Obviously, assumed the kids couldn't get out of their room. And I heard the door close. I thought, God, someone's come in. Ran to see what's going on. Someone's bowling in my house at night time. Just the kids coming back in. Just wanted to go and play on their new trampoline. Safe to say we locked and bolted doors after that, didn't we? Because apparently you tried it again the next night, didn't you? But all the doors were locked and bolted.
Yeah, I remember that.
Them kids, eh? Them kids.
Them kids.
I used to have a full head of hair before that. Right, what's up then? What's up with you, number 2?
This isn't a memory. It travelled on through a couple of years, to be honest. So, if children were allowed to go into the toilet, they would have to have 3 steps, like a mini staircase. Then they would have a foam seat so they wouldn't fall through. And I had a Winnie the Pooh one. And I was so scared of going up there that I would just like fall through. And Mum had to watch me do it, so I would go up the stairs and I really didn't want to do it. And I just sat down very, very carefully because I really didn't want to do it. And I just did it. Like, I don't know how I was so scared of it.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Let's do an add-on to that. So I know a funny one about toilets.
Oh my God, you're not going to say that one, aren't you?
Well, I was talking about Charlotte when she come round.
That was Chloe.
Oh, Chloe. I beg your
Chloe
pardon.
Beckwith.
Sorry, Chloe, if you're watching. Daisy had one of her friends round. And she went to
You,
go
Chloe, if you are watching. Sorry
sure.
if any other people were called Chloe, you won't know us. If this is your first time watching, leave a like.
Yeah, leave a like after that little ramble. Yeah, but her friend came round. She needed to go to the toilet. A lot of toilet themes here, isn't there? And she forgot to put the seat down and basically just fell straight in the toilet, didn't she?
Yeah.
We just all saw her. She left the door open and she just like fell through.
Legs up in the air.
Yeah.
Right. Number 2 for me. Let's think. I remember when I was a very young boy, I've loved Star Wars all my life, and at a local toy store that was in town, it doesn't exist anymore, apparently there was going to be Darth Vader at the store that Saturday morning. Now, at the time, it was everything in my life.
Star Wars was a really big thing.
Yes. And I went there with what seemed like hundreds of other children to meet Darth Vader. And there he was. He came out from the back of the store, full on like screen replica outfit. Didn't say anything oddly. But he stood in a little mini island counter that they had in the floor. All the kids gathered around and he handed out these little pre-photocopied Darth Vader signatures. And I was right at the front. And he took my hand and he squeezed my hand really hard. And just for that split second, I was really scared of him. And I thought, oh my God, he's actually got the Force. And I thought he was genuinely a villain. And it worried me. Turns out it's probably just a guy in a costume. Well, it was just a guy in a costume, as is Darth Vader when you think about it, really. Yeah, so there you go then.
Oh.
Go on then.
So my number 3, is it number 3's now?
Yeah, 3 or 2, depends which way you're counting it. 1 or even. Just
So
numbers.
my number 1 is actually not toilet based this time. It was
Excellent.
at school.
Okay.
So in year 2, I think it was when the dabbing started at school.
The dab.
And I was waiting in the hallway to go into class, and I just dabbed in front of Miss, and she said, "One more time and you're going straight to Mr. Smith."
Head teacher.
I forgot that she said that in the afternoon. I said, "Miss, look at this." Mrs. Smith.
Well, them's the rules, mate. Them's the rules.
How can a dab be so painful? It's only raising your hand up like that.
Yeah. Well, you know, you've got to follow the rules,
Teachers are
mate.
painful.
This is my number 1, and I've just been thinking about it while Jimmy was saying it's not his. But there was this one time, Jimmy was like still a toddler, in fact.
Yeah, me.
He didn't have one of them stairs and then that seat.
Oh.
He just sat on the toilet and did his business. But I was bursting myself, and I was banging on the door saying, "James, hurry up in there!" And I was like, "There's only one thing I'm going to resort to." So we still had the potty,
Just in case,
And-
didn't we?
and it was in my room, in one of the corners. So I got it out. I sat over there somewhere, but you can't see it. And it was a purple one with all dinosaur stickers around it.
Mhm.
And I just pooped and pooped and pooped. It almost filled up the whole thing. It was just ginormous.
That's my girl.
And then I don't even know what happened. I think it just stayed there for a couple of weeks until someone even noticed it was there.
Did the room smell?
No, I didn't notice it, to be honest. And I don't know. I think Mum cleaned it out one day.
I reckon she might have done. Right then. It is time
Nice
for my
hat.
number 1. Now, I remember going to Clacton-on-Sea with my family when I was young.
Oh,
My older brother, my younger brother, mum and
Clacton's
dad.
really nice.
Yeah.
You should go there on the weekend. If it's school day, don't go there on your own.
Unless you're in school in Clacton. Anyway, back to my story, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Back to your
Thanks,
story.
James. Anyway, we went down to the seaside just for a Sunday drive. But I equated seaside with the things you might equate with seaside, like playing on the beach, going in the sea, building sandcastles, or this sort of thing. Whereas my parents were thinking, we'll just go down there for a couple of hours, have a walk along the front, maybe buy an ice cream,
I know this.
come home again. So, because I assumed my parents had everything covered, I asked my mum, is it alright if I go in the sea? She said, well, let's strip down to your pants, because I haven't bought any swimming trunks for you. I said, that's fine. Thinking, well, she must have bought some other pants for me, because she wouldn't let me in the sea. So I went in, had my little fun times, walked back to the car, in the car park, obviously. We had an old Cortina, Ford Cortina. And my mum said we had a picnic to eat before we went. And my mum said, right, while we're having a picnic, you can pop your pants on the aerial and they'll dry in the sun while we're waiting. And I thought, well, obviously I'll just put the other pants on. She said, no, I haven't got any other pants for you. I haven't got any other pants. So basically there is a photograph of me, somewhere in this house actually, of my family having a nice little picnic, you know, boiled eggs, all that sort of stuff. Very 80s. And yeah, on the aerial of the Cortina on my pants, drying in the sun. There you go. So that's it. Daisy, anything to say?
We should probably get this video to at least 13 likes, because last time I looked on my first YouTube video, we had 13 likes. So let's see if we can go over that. And if we do, then you should comment down below what our next video should be.
That is a good idea. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
shout
'cause
out
we
to
don't
Chloe
have
Beckwith in this video.
We don't have any more ideas.
No, exactly. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, comment. J Vision, we out!